Good morning and what's good, everyone. I wanted to cover this video just in case for those that haven't finished the grind for the LR Badidi Buu unit. We do have the information that just came out today with the legendary campaign announced with the schedule and whatnot. So I wanted to point out a couple things. This is more or less for those that have been slacking, quote unquote, a little bit, and for those that have already, got the grind complete for this unit, you don't necessarily have to worry about anything, and you can essentially just sit back and relax and wait for your goodies to get distributed at some point whenever the date is up. So again, this is more so just things to do if you haven't finished the grind. A couple things to make things a little bit easier. So with that being said, the announcement for the legendary campaign for this particular unit is going to be starting on April 28th at 5 p.m. Again, this is based on JP time zone, so depending on where you live, the time and whatnot will be a little bit different. So just keep that in mind when you're planning things out, if you do plan on grinding the next day or so in terms of prepping up for it. Now for the first part of the campaign, right, basically as long as you're able to acquire the LR version of Badidi Majin Buu, you will get the 10 Dragon Stones, regardless of whether they're SA20 or Rainbow or whatever. That component of it will be in the actual campaign period. So up until April 28th at 4:59 p.m. JP time, as long as, again, you're able to acquire the LR Badidi Majin Buu unit, you will get 10 Dragon Stones out of it, as well as some additional rewards that they've mentioned here. If we scroll down here, I think it's 10 Dragon Stones, 3 Elder Kais, and 2 of the Incredible Hourglasses. So as long as you get them to LR, that's all you need to do up until that point. You'll be okay. Now, starting with the campaign on April 28th, there is additional components, like if you get the SA level to SA20 and 100% potential in the hidden potential system, you'll get various rewards out of completing set missions. Now it'll be similar to a lot of the legendary campaigns in the past, based on SA20. You'll get some Elder Kais or Grand Kais back, and then based on unlocking these guys to 100% potential, usually they give back enough of the potential orbs where you're pretty much reimbursed for whatever it costed to get them to Rainbow. So if I remember correctly, that's kind of the format with that. Now the other key point here, right, is during the campaign itself, you are going to have some drop rate increases based on the categories that you include on the Prime Battle event when you're grinding through the medals and whatever the case is. This category advantage for this one is going to be the Majin Buu Saga. So again, if you bring in a bunch of the units based on Majin Buu Saga category, it's going to increase your drop rates for cards and medals and what have you. So that is certainly something to keep in mind, and that's why I said earlier, just get them to LR by the 28th at 4:59 p.m. or whatever, and you can focus on the SA20s and lastly the potential system to 100% potential after that. But as long as you get them to LR state, and once the campaign actually starts, you can start using the Majin Buu category boost and essentially grind a little bit faster and easier. Now the reason why I'm calling this out is, again, Prime Battles do restrict you to bringing certain units on the event itself. And the important piece about this right now is, if you look under events, the story events that are available right now do have a lot of the units that are applicable for the free-to-play scenario of being able to bring said units into the Prime Battle event. So if you look at a couple of these, like the Videl story event, you notice there's only 19 hours left for that one. A couple of these down here, 19 hours, 19 hours, 19 hours, and so on. So a lot of the units that you are going to need in terms of bringing to the event is ending within the next day. So the reason why I say that is, if you want to make the grind itself easier, once the legendary campaign starts, you're going to want these units to take on to the Prime Battle event. And if you don't have them, obviously it's not going to boost your drop rates, and it's going to make the grind a little more hellish, I guess, so to speak. So I really just wanted to kind of highlight, from a timing standpoint, if you haven't finished the grind for these guys, just think about focusing on a couple things today, and then just I guess up until the 28th, you still have some time to, you know, grind through the event. Now, right now, it might not be available every day like the Prime Battle event itself, so you might have to, worst case scenario, use some keys. But, you know, during the whatever weekday date where it's the physical type units where the Dokkan events and, you know, the training events are available for those type units, you know, you should be able to grind through it, but otherwise you might have to use the memories. And, you know, I would just say grind as much as you can when this thing is out during the day this week. I don't know what particular day it might be. Hopefully, you know, it's within, you know, the deadline of the 28th, but, you know, just go through that, use the keys if worst case if you have to. If you think it's valuable enough to, you know, get the 10 Dragon Stones in addition to 3 Elder Kais and 2 Hourglasses, if you want to get it out of the way, you know, it's probably a good way to do that. And then, you know, again, once the legendary campaign itself starts, you can start grinding out the remaining 10 SA, or if you just simply want to use Sleeping Kai, Dozing Kais, or Elder Kais, you can too. But I think with the drop rate increases, it's going to make things a little bit easier anyhow. So again, if you're done with this already, you have nothing to worry about. You basically just, you know, you just have to sit on your throne and wait for the goodies to come by, you know what I'm saying? But if you're still in the grind itself, then, you know, these are things to consider for the next few days coming up before the campaign actually starts. All right, so this is more or less a PSA video of things to get done before the campaign actually starts. That way you can maximize your rewards distribution coming up. All right, so with that being said, I'll go ahead and close out here. Hopefully this is a good heads up. Hopefully you found this helpful. Just plan out the next couple days. But yeah, I mean, I'll try and cover the news a lot more often than I have been. I think my schedule is getting a little bit easier, so we'll have to see, you know, how consistent I can be. But at least for this one, it was important enough for me to highlight. So hopefully you guys found this helpful. As always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys later. All right, peace out.